Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to another Reus 2 where I think we're going to do another True Titanic weekly challenge. Let's see if we can do this now that we are in the month of December. Isn't that weird? It feels like this year has absolutely flown by super quick, but I guess maybe it's just me. So, starting off, what do we have? We've got the painter to begin with, so we'll probably chuck you in the desert. We got diamonds, so we're going gem heavy. That's fine by me. And we can go a wee rattlesnake as well. So with the painter, I think we'll chuck her in the desert and see how she does. I'm sure she'll be absolutely fine. Yeah, there we go. Got the dark sands here. Lovely jubbly. Right, can we get these people down, please? Thank you very much. There we are. Dark sands oasis is down. Let's go ahead and we'll get you some money. So, I mean, I know we're saying we want to do gems, but we can actually do like a really nice combo if we go Jaboa into Rattlesnake and Cat, because they all play off each other at the very least, and they should give a whole bunch of money. Yeah, perfect. There we go. And then that means it'll give us the biodiversity we need for the quartz in order to do the quartz up over here. And yeah, there you go. That should be plenty of money. That's a lot of money coming off the Rattlesnake. That's a lot of money coming off the Cat. Lovely. And there you go. Already managed to get the wealth all done and dusted. We did it indeed. Let's see who our next person is. We've got the romantic and the merchant. So we don't want to go for the merchant. The romantic could be a really nice one to have on the rainforest, because obviously we've got the rainforest. So we do have access to the savannah. We also have access to the forest. We've also got access to the taiga. So we've got a pretty decent amount of sort of like cities to go for. Or biomes to go for, sorry. And as well, we've obviously got the ocean as well, which I think hopefully we'll save, and maybe we'll get like the pirate queen or something like that we can go ahead and put over there. But yeah, let's call the romantic, we'll get them over and we'll get them in that slot there. As for you, you do have access to the mausoleum. We could go really hard and go instantly into the desert and the lapis lazuli, which we probably would do anyway, so let's do it now. Because that means we can start to kind of build that up, because we can literally just go quartz and then build up this lapis. In fact, we could probably just put this lapis lazuli down now. We need a bit of eon, so we need to wait for them to actually get there. Put down the lapis lazuli, and then once we have everything together, then that'll be pretty much good to go. The only thing is that Jasper will need an animal to go next to, which is a little bit annoying, and probably should have thought of that beforehand, but we can always work something else out. So yeah, we'll get that lapis lazuli down. That'll at least get you a whole bunch of money for now. And now we need to just do random stats for you. What do we have? Well, we have jungle fowls, we've got pit viper. So I think we actually go pit, jungle fowl, and then Ramon. And then hopefully that should be enough to level you all the way up. So yeah, we get our pit viper, we get our jungle fowl. Like so. And then we get ourselves a Ramon tree here. And then that should give us the biodiversity we need for you to get all the stuff that you need. Because yeah, you've got your bio booster there now, so that should get you level 2 on everything. And then, going a little bit fine there with the addition of that lapis lazuli in the other place, but we did it, and that's the main thing. There we go, giving us another draft as well. Who we got? Miner or Huntress? Now, Huntress is going to be pretty good, because what we can do is we can set her up on, say, like, rainforest, like, say, here. But we can also then put an ocean here that and change this rainforest into savannah. So then she has access to both. Or we could just leave this as a rainforest and have this, like, continuing on and have her more about this ocean that we're setting up just now. And then we still have access to things like the savannah. We still have access to the taiga and the forest if we need to. The miner could be nice, because he could be really nice to a taiga, but we don't have access to taiga just now. Now we could also go for a really, let me just double check, what do we have for the ocean? Do we have any interesting things for the ocean? We did, but it's coral, it's not based on, yeah, it's not based on minerals, so I think we will actually go for the Huntress. We'll put her here. I mean, we could always rip up this ocean and change it for something else. I mean, we probably need a bigger savannah if we're going to put her on a savannah, so maybe we'll just put her on a savannah. And we could just leave her there like that. We're just basically using her for the Eon at the moment anyway, just to kind of level up this bit here. Yeah, part of me is thinking we maybe just kind of like rip up the ocean here and put something else on there. once we get our next place that we can do, but we can kind of see what happens from there. Now, as for this lapis lazuli, part of me is like, I really want to just upgrade this now, because we do have access to micros. It could be really nice just to upgrade this now, and then hopefully get the maximum gold so we can just go ahead and grab the mausoleum for you, because that could be pretty nice, because yeah, you're nearly there, so I think I'm going to do this anyway next time, so I might as well do it now, just to throw you over the edge. Because yeah, we'll pop that down there on the lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli is now at 125, which means the mausoleum is maxed out, so we can get that for you. Eureka, fantastic, there you go. And then that means that you're guaranteed to have the maximum number of wealth that you need. Look at that, painter nice and happy. I mean, why are you upset? Like, you're literally getting everything you asked for. Look at that money rolling in. Lovely stuff. Alright, and the time has come for a new era, so let us continue on. So yeah, it has to be the Monument Age. It's pretty much the only thing we have available for us. Makes sense, gives us the Eon. You do need Element Biotica, which I think you should have at least one of. Yeah, so we need to have another, probably like the Sandstone. You need to be next to a plant. Yeah, so we just need to have one more element, so we can put down this red sandstone for now, and then that'll do. That'll at least get you through that. And we should pretty much be there. Yeah, and there we go. So the painter just needs 35 stuff, so you've got a whole bunch of mystery, which is good, so that should hopefully be helping you out as well. Because yeah, we can see there, boom, look at it go. Good stuff, yeah, so you've got plenty of money, you just need to have a little bit more prosperity. Which, to be fair, you are getting, so, you know, can't be too unhappy. For you, I think we will immediately get the Nature Temple, because we might as well. Having 12 mystery is really nice. That just gives you a whole bunch of everything, so I don't see why we wouldn't just take that. Because yeah, having that much mystery, it instantly makes you, like, so much of extra stuff here. In fact, it might be enough just to level you up, indeed it did. I mean, yeah, it's perfect. As for the Huntress here, yeah, I am kind of thinking that we will just make this into a savannah rather than messing around with the ocean. And then we can just kind of concentrate on that. The ocean we can maybe use for somebody else. Or even like turn part of the savannah into the ocean. We can play about, put it that way. Yeah, so we want to have animals. Let's actually get a giraffe for the savannah. And let's get ourselves that zebbit. Which is, of course, the real name for a zebra. So we can go Guinea. Let's go Guinea here. Zebbit. Well, we'll have to get something else. We can get some nice elephant grass, say here. That gives us the biodiversity to then put down a zebbit over here. And there you go, that should get a huge amount of food in for you, which is good. And you should be quite happy. Now, you still do need a little bit, Mrs. Painter. Which I'm hoping that you will do some trading at some point. Especially now that we've got some trade routes coming out from the Romantic. That'll be really, really handy. And yeah, you're expanding out quite nicely. How close are we to getting another charge? Pretty close indeed. The Sage, so that's annoying that we have the Sage and the Pirate Queen for the same one. I would have loved to have the Pirate Queen, but I think we have the Sage for the food. Only thing is we don't really have anybody. Well, I guess the Romantic's kind of based on science, so. And I mean, Pirate Queen doesn't help with the science thing, so I think we turn this into a forest and we put the Sage down here. Yeah, there we go. Then we can put him down in the forest here, and he can be quite happy with that. There we go, we can work on expanding out the territories when we need to. But yeah, you're quite happy there. The Sage now needs a little bit of population. Is there a way? I wonder if we maybe use a draft for the desert, see if we can get something here that's going to be good. None of these are really what we want. Yeah, none of these are really what we want. We want more minerals. I mean, warp, Edgite, prickly pear is alright, I guess. I mean, that's a decent amount of science. But we don't really want science, we want gold. Kookaburra desert salt? No, that's not really what we're looking for. Kookaburra is alright. Yeah, we can get emu. Yeah. Emus are fine. It's level 2. Bearded dragon. Decent. Gives a little bit of stuff there. Yeah, we'll go for the kookaburra. Kookaburra. I'm not quite sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and knowing me, I'm definitely not. I just know. So what do you need in order to level up? You basically don't need anything. You just need a little bit of like... Oh, well, you've pretty much got there now. You've just got a little bit of extra stuff there. So, there we go. Area complete. Nice and easy. Of course, because we settled another city, so with your monument, you've actually gained a little bit of extra stuff there. So I guess it was actually kind of good that we settled these guys here. It means we don't have to use our Eon on getting you up any further. Let's get a little draft for the forest, and of course, we're probably going to go for apple trees, if I had to guess. Yeah, probably going to be apple trees. Apple trees are just the best one to kind of go for. Very intensive in terms of, like, obviously the biodiversity, but it's 100% worth it. Now, we go for, say, like a pear tree here, and then... I guess the only other thing is, like, what other fruit do we go for? Unless we go for, like, pear tree here, and we get, say... I mean, we don't have access to tin. We could just go, like, mossy stone or something like that. In fact, what am I doing? I can just put a squirrel down. That's probably the better idea. So yeah, we just put the squirrel down, and then we put down the apple tree. There you go. Boom. And just like that, the orchard is growing, because then we can put down something else over here. The pear tree, perhaps, probably just put down a blueberry thing. There we go, we did it, fantastic. Have you leveled up anything? Well, we could get the full hunter for you, but you also need... Well, I mean, to be fair, you don't need money yet, so let's go for that, and then that at least helps you with your immediate thing, and we can use the most out of that. There we go, boom, boom, boom. You might even just level up from that, which is pretty good. Painter and the Sage became enemies because the Painter hates the trait boring. Well, that's what you get for being boring, Mr. Sage. Quick drink of the old water, very nice. Now, this is the interesting thing. We could make it so the apple trees and that had a little bit better stuff going on. Walking stick is interesting, yeah. Not really got anything, like, particularly great in terms of micros, it must be said. I'm feeling a little bit kind of meh about it. I guess we could go ahead and we could just, you know, double this Ramon tree. And make it actually, like, worthwhile having it, yeah. That's true. And then we've got one more bit of micro, which... I just pop on the quartz here or something like that, or... Topaz, pretty nice. And Topaz does, you know, just generally make more, so I guess we could just put that there. In fact, let's put it on the quartz so like, all our micros are kind of based in the same area, so if we upgrade this slot, we know we're getting rid of all of our micros. There we go. And there are not really the best use of micros, but I couldn't really think of any other way of using it, and we need to use them anyway to get through to the next stage. So, time has come for a new era. And the people have completed the pyramid. How nice does that look? Exactly. It looks wonderful. The Painter enjoying a nice big steak there, it looks like. And yeah, with that, we've made a good bit of gold. And Monument Age has been completed. Fantastic. And a good bit of diversity, prosperity as well, and plenty of microcharges. Now, what do we have here? This is actually the perfect thing for what we want. Gives us microcharges, and is exactly what we want. The only other one, I mean, you don't really have predators, and you don't have food. So the revolution is kind of wasted on you. Castles and Night is what it's going to be. Everything's kind of lined up, which is perfect. Exactly what we want to see. Now, as for you, you don't have any way that you can, like, level up, which is a bit annoying. As for you, we will almost certainly be able to get you Amulet Smith, and we will have the access to level 2 things here. The question is, what are we putting down? Because we do have this Kookaburra here. You are not a predator, but you are solitary. So do we just go level this slot up here? And instead of this Jerboa, we get down the Kookaburra and potentially the Emu. Yeah, it's looking good, because you are... Well, there's not enough biodiversity to put you down there. Put the Emu down. Emu's quite nice and happy. You are really good with solitary stuff, so we pop you down as well. Yeah, you're no longer next to any kind of minerals, so you're quite happy. Now, I didn't think we had that many predators in this biome. You do count as a predator is the only thing. So you have a slight less gold output, but you're still pretty good. So I can't be too bad. You know, you're at least still making quite a lot. We haven't managed to get anything for you for your level up yet, which is a little bit annoying. Now, for you, we will need to use a rainforest draft, which is absolutely fine by me. What do you have access to? The harpy. Interesting. I think we will go for... Do we go for Gumbo Limbo? I mean, we do want you for the science, so I think we do go Gumbo Limbo. Usually I'd say, like, oh, go for the bananas or something like that for this one, but I think we'll go Gumbo Limbo instead, just to get that biodiversity up. We'll get plenty of stuff to even use another draft and hope we might get a Kentucky coffee tree. It was worth the shot. Is it worth a reroll as well? That is a big question. Because cassava is alright. I mean, Brazil wood is still pretty good. I mean, we got access to a lot of trees in here. And that'll be a lot of stuff here. We do like birds. We do already have access to parrots. Let's use the reroll. Why not? That's why we have them. What do we get? Nothing really. I mean, jade is kind of interesting. That'll give us access to rubber. Rubber trees are pretty good. I mean, out of all of these, Gavi's kind of wasted. Cayman is kind of interesting, but we kind of want more birds. And I guess we already had all the birds. More science. Mica's pretty nice. That's a lot of stuff if you get 8 biodiversity. We do like biodiversity. Rubber tree is also pretty cool. Bamboo is pretty nice. Just doesn't really work together. I think we go with the jade. At least that gives you a lot of money, and it means we don't really have to worry about money that much. Right, so let's go ahead. We can level up this slot, and we can get ourselves a rubber tree in one of them. We could go Gumbo Limbo. Yeah, say we go rubber tree here, Gumbo Limbo. Gumbo Limbo here. Expand out this rainforest as well. It can be a while for you to get all the things that you need, which is a little bit annoying. Yeah, Gumbo Limbo here. Another Ramon tree, just to kind of boost you up. There we go, so that's you got that. You've got plenty of science. You need an awful lot more wealth. And I wonder if we probably should level this one up first, because now we can put that jade down. So let's go ahead and we'll upgrade that. It feels a little bit of a waste there of Eon, but at least we'll get the booster here for the jade, which is now actually on a mineral booster as well, so that's actually quite nice. So that means you're going to get a whole lot of money from this. Yeah, there we go. Huge amount of money. Love to see it. Now we actually just need some food. And you're not even fully leveled up, are you? You're just level like 3. So I wonder if we maybe say go ahead and put down like a papaya tree. What are you doing? You're trying to steal stuff from the Huntress. I don't know who's going to win. Don't really care if you steal that from them. It might actually be quite useful to get more inventions. There we go. There, you're all leveled up. You're all quite happy now. That's good. Huntress, we need to get you to... I mean, you still don't quite have enough science. Do we have anything that can increase your science? Not really. That's annoying. So yeah, maybe actually having you... Well, I don't think you're going to win. Somehow. Yeah, I think you're just going to be kind of useless. I mean, we could defeat them for you. That is true. I mean, maybe you'll win. It's going to be close, put it that way. Unsure. I mean, obviously they're just going to fight for a while, so... Right, you now need some money, so now we should probably think about putting down, say, that African wild dog. Maybe we can get like a savannah draft as well, see what we can get. Cape Buffalo is pretty nice. Doesn't help us with the money issue though. Peacock ore is alright, but it's again not exactly what we want. Tanzanite is pretty good. But we don't really have that many elements. I think we'll Cape Buffalo. And then we at least get loads of food and we can work out something else for our money. Because we can always just go, yeah, sadly you're not a predator, but we can go double African wild dogs and that's pretty good. Oh, you did actually win the battle, so there you go. So you're going to steal a little bit off the Huntress, but that's okay by me. That should at least get us over the line for what we need. You want to have distinct undergrowth, and you give all animals that, which is nice. And you want to be next to a mineral. So let's actually just level up these ones. What undergrowth do we have access to? We've got red oats. So we can go, say, like... Oh, we can't put that there. Let's go ahead and we put down a warthog. And we can put down the Cape Buffalo in a minute. We're going to want to upgrade this to put down that red oat anyway, so let's do that. You like being next to trees. You're nearly getting there for tavern, which is good. Sage is upset, but he can kind of get to for this bit. He's just there to help out, I guess. I mean, I don't think he's really actually doing anything. He's not giving us an emblem or anything like that. To be fair, having undergrowth give a whole bunch of extra boosts will be very, very nice. When we can give him fruit picker, that'd be good as well. So yeah, we've leveled up here, so that then means we can put down, say, like a red oat. And I mean, we can even just put down the Cape Buffalo here. And we want to put him there. So we'll pop down the gazelle again. And then we'll pop down the Cape Buffalo. Giving all the animals extra food, which is going to be really, really nice. Like so. There we go. That's just got our 3 stars for everything, which is great. Now, you want more plants in this row. More plants is something we can do. Let's get in a goosey. Because you just like to have... I mean, that's you got pretty much everything you need already. Yeah, because the goosey is quite nice. It gives us a little bit of boost. A mystery as well, which is always good. And yeah, you're starting to level up a little bit more. You need more wealth, but we can get that via the tavern, so that's absolutely fine by me. We'll get that, because that gives us food and wealth, so there's absolutely no point in not getting it. And yeah, things looking pretty well. You are... I mean, we can give you the theatre, but you're not really a thing we want to particularly level up at the moment. For all my bluster about you getting you the amulet smith, that's proving more difficult to get than anticipated. Now, as for here, in the old forest land, we got the squirrel down there. You... I feel like we want to change this about. Well, let's actually use a draft in the forest and see what we get. Oh, lychee tree. I do love a lychee tree. I think it's got to be lychee tree. Everybody loves a lychee tree. I think I'm going insane. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Apologies for language. But yeah, let's... so if we upgrade this, we can get rid of that squirrel. We can pop down a grapevine, because we have heard it on the grapevine. Or do we just pop down a lychee tree, because that's also fruit. Oh, we don't have anywhere near the biodiversity now. We got rid of that. So yeah, let's pop down the grapevine. We'll pop down the squirrel again. Yeah, beautiful. So that's given us a whole bunch of stuff. We've got the full thing from the apple tree, so you're now quite happy. We've got enough for fruit picker, so I think we go for that. There we go. So be it. So that should get you over and up above, which will be great. We need a little bit more. It's funny that it's like almost like a point of impending doom, because I could just hear the postie coming to the door, and then as always the dog is starting to bark. So apologies for that. But hey, at least I know my post has come, so that's good. Right, let's get this amethyst down. There's more ruckus going about, that's fine. Yeah, you need a little bit more wealth, but we'll work on that. Probably when we get another draft. I'm kind of hoping that somebody else gives us a thing to do, but let's go ahead and get our last nomad. What are we looking for? Pirate Queen or the miner? You know what? I really would love a miner. Please don't clip that out of context. Thank you very much. Let's use all of our stuff here. We can expand out this savannah area here. So, I think what we do is we just... expand there, or do we expand through here? I mean, people have already kind of like expanded out quite a bit, especially the painters expanded out quite a bit. As has the huntress. So I think we do is we get our mineral giant here to just expand it twice. We're going to put a big old taiga here, is the plan. And wherever we can get somebody in here that's far enough away from the other cities. So probably actually put you close to the... yeah, close to here. Although she doesn't have much to expand out on. But we could put you, like, say here, and then... well, actually, let's was going to say let's make this into taiga, but we can't do that. We've settled it before we've terraformed it, so the name's going to be a little bit weird, but that's okay. We can deal with that. Yeah, are you thinking of coming out, or you're going to go to the romantic to grab a whole bunch of stuff? I'm afraid I can't let you do that. So I'm very sorry. I'm going to have to come over here and I'm going to have to squash you. Yes, we've managed to get another settlement down, our last settlement. So yeah, we're just going to have to give you a good stomping. Because unfortunately we can't allow you to attack the romantic. Romantic now worship the rock giant after the miracle defended their city. Isn't that nice? Which I guess means that they have... oh no, they haven't built a temple, they just worship him. That's fair. Right, let's go ahead and we will turn this into a taiga then. Because we'll do some funky things with lost stuff, which is fine by me. I only wish we had a Kentucky coffee tree right now. But when we do some drafts on the taiga, that'll give us a chance to have a shot. Having a look at micros, nothing really that we want. Which is a bit of a shame, but there we are. For this, sunstone is interesting, although that's money. It's not really what we want. Yeah, we don't really have any kind of good minerals for you, I'm afraid. I guess we could just put down a sunstone. But equally, we can also just put down, say, like a fir tree here. And then, I don't know, like a squirrel. At least just get us a wee bit of biodiversity. Just, you know, start you off. There you go, you can expand out a wee bit. The sage has leveled up, but he doesn't have anything that is particularly useful, so we won't bother with that just now. But a lot of people have things that they could do with leveling up, but we haven't quite got to them yet. So that's fine. We haven't quite put down that squirrel, so we'll put down that squirrel, and then that will be the end of this. We're just going to think about micros now. Octopus Stinkhorn is going to be very... In fact, why am I putting that down there? What I could do, just to get it done, is I could put a stone down here. I could then put down this Octopus Stinkhorn, and that gives you a huge boost in science. That's going to be very, very useful. There we go. And we still got 2 bits of micros. So I guess we just put on a fly agaric there just to use it. There's nothing really else we could do with... Because the upgrading plants, I mean, I guess... we haven't even put down, like, the lychee tree or anything like that. Grapevine could be a good one to put the Agaricus bisporus on. But, again, not 100% needed. Let's go ahead and we'll pop this down on this squirrel over here just to make sure that it's getting plenty of food up. And yeah, I think that'll probably do us for said micros. Let's get a wee speed up. Look at the crab go. Love to see it. Miner's invented primitive tools. That's going to be very useful for him, so he's got plenty of technology now. There we go. Apologies for that kind of like almost Benny Hill-esque thing with the crab there. But that's going to at least level that up, and it'll get a whole bunch of extra food for the sage, which is good. Time has come for a new era. We all know what's coming. It's the rocks. They are coming. They're going to be thrown. Here come the people a-marching. There we are. The romantic history repeats itself. Insults everybody, chucks rocks them. And then they win their day. As the trading people go around in the background. Which I suppose is quite nice, at least the world is healing. Here come the rocks. Boom, 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 boom. A little bit faster. Watch out, there's a snake coming for you. There we are, the romantic stands victorious as she flattens all of her enemies. Very good. There we are, era score completed. That's given us another 3 stars, some extra microcharges, some Eon limit, and a little bit of extra draft charge as well, which is very, very nice. Now, for our last bit, Solar Punk has a potential. City of Dreams is an interesting one. Age of Discovery is another one. We don't really have that many biomes. Nuclear War is not the right one for the Huntress to get, because she does not have any science. Sludge Corp is not really what we want to go for either. I think probably Solar Punk's actually our best bet. Otherwise it would potentially be Age of Horror. That is the other option. I mean, part of me thinks Solar Punk is just the better one to go for. She has a decent amount... I guess she has more science than food. Yeah, if we had this for the sage instead, that would be insane. Because obviously he's in the forest, he's in the perfect place. Otherwise, it would be age. You know what? We'll go solar punk. It's nice. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, you can see here she's not getting much science for this because we don't have that much food, but we do have another draft, and we can get. Oh no, but we can't get anything for the rainforest now, so we'll have to get for the tiger because we need to get the copper out for the miner. Now we do have quite a lot of stuff that we could potentially get some drafts in. That is true. Now we were thinking of putting a wee squirrel here, weren't we? Well, we want to level that up first, so level that up. So we want to put down the sunstone just to give us a little bit of extra money, and then we can pop down the squirrel there as well. There we go, we did it. Miner settlement is nice and happy and leveling up, which is always nice. Needs a few more minerals, but we'll get to that. Now as for you, you still can't level up, and we can't really afford any more drafts at all, can we? Have you finished up here? Not quite, but we can get you a theatre for just now, so you can at least unlock it and you can start to get other things, because obviously we do have, we are in the last slot. So we might as well start unlocking things. As for you, mill would definitely be the right choice here. And to be fair, if we can complete you fairly easy, and that would give us another draft. So let's go ahead and we will purchase ourselves a upgrade. We will also get 2 drafts here. And we are going to upgrade a slot here and get a lychee tree down. I think that'll be pretty good. At least this will be a level 3 slot now. So take your time, guys. Come on around. I suppose the planet is quite big now at this point, isn't it? Now, did we get the squirrel in the end? I thought I told you to come over here and put down a squirrel, but maybe I'm talking rubbish. What we want to do is we do want to get some tin and some copper. So let's go ahead and we can get some copper down. We'll get tin, we'll get another tree there, I suppose. We could get another draft and see if we get lucky and get a Kentucky coffee tree. That is also an option. As for you, we'll get toolsmith. Because that makes the most sense, because that'll give you your technology you need. Now you have leveled up, and that is a nice food slot, which is great. So lychee tree here, thank you very much. We did it, the miner is happy. There we go, good bit from the lychee tree there. Giving a huge amount of food for everything, which is going to be fantastic. There you go, that's your level 20, that's another draft for us. Good, good, good. Huntress time, we do need to actually get you your last stuff, so let's go ahead and we'll start doing some burns. Oh, we never actually used the ocean, did we? That is true. We'd always like change this into an ocean. Or, in actual fact, we can't afford another thing. We could put a little ocean down here, and that could be an interesting one as well. You still don't have that, because we could get Coral Diver. And in fact, why don't we? That could be interesting, because we do have access to a lot of coral. And I know this is, I mean, I kind of feel a bit bad because we're wasting this amethyst, and in fact, I maybe don't quite want to waste this amethyst. Because that is really nice, actually. That's a huge amount of mystery you're getting off that. Also, you've taken off the poor lady over here, which is kind of annoying. So yeah, you know what, we will actually go and say, hey, let's just turn this into an ocean. We'll pop ourselves down, plant an amethyst over here, or an animal, sorry, because yeah, we don't have another upgrade there, but we can just go ahead and we put in like another African wild dog here, because then that'll trigger you and you'll be quite nice and happy. Now we will need to get, oh no, we've got some upgrade slots now, so that's fine, because we want to try and get these coral, which are going to be a little bit biodiversity wiring, must be said. Although we can put down some bedrock, and at least that'll help. Well, let's go ahead and we'll upgrade this slot here, because we'll want to put down the staghorn horn coral. Feels weird to be doing this in a place with absolutely zero biodiversity, but there we go. And you know what, we'll actually upgrade this slot here just to have it done. Because we can get see an enemy and pop that here. Get some bedrock. pop that there. So how much do you need? You need a little bit more ocean plants, but that's okay, we can get around to that. That's a good bit of biodiversity there. Open brain coral, we put you down here. And then we pop down the stag horn coral just here. And that is a huge amount of science, that's a huge amount of mystery as well for you, which is good. We will obviously expand this out when we get a wee second. But that means now we can get Coral Diver, which gives a pretty decent amount of mystery. Like so. So be it. So you should be quite happy now. In fact, you're leveling up quite well. Which is very nice. In fact, the Sage is even inventing stuff and he's getting trade routes up. So I think this is actually a pretty nice thing to do because this coral is very, very good. So much so, we put on another 40% on this, potentially. We shall see. We will have put another reef thing here, but we'll work on that later on. Right, what else are we doing? Well, we want to do something with you. How are we doing draft-wise? We don't have any drafts. We just need a little bit more wealth for you. Are you going to come out and grab this African wild dog? I would have thought you would have done that by now. And we don't have an easy way of making money. Oh, we do have an easy way of making money. I tell a lie. So let's come over and we'll just pop that down on this jet. In fact, do we even just do the scarab? Just to get us guarantee that we're over the edge. That's probably the good idea. Because the Huntress Town has got loads of food, but she just needs just a little bit more just to get her over the edge. The City of Romance for you is pretty much done. What do you need? You just need wealth. So you know what? We'll just chuck down the theatre because you're going to get the full level up soon. So that'll save us a wee bit of Eon. Now for the miner, weaponsmith? Yeah, we'll go weaponsmith. Just to give you a wee bit of science. We'll give you some more minerals in a second. Huntress Town is done. That's our draft stunt as well. A little bit of combat going on, but they know nothing untoward. Now for you, gallery is an interesting one because that's an awful lot of gold depending on what we want to do. Because you're basically nearly there. For our first person, we've really not done much with you, to be honest. We kind of focus on everybody else, which maybe is a little bit of shame. Especially because now it's like we have access to the diamond. We don't really have the stuff for upgrading you. Which is a bit of a shame. At least in terms of like biodiversity. And I'm guessing we don't have any more solitary stuff. Barren stuff, but not solitary. You are a predator as well. Oh, there we go. So yeah, you're quite happy now. Renewable energy and all for all, which is great. Solar punk at least level 1 is done, so we need to get another draft for the rainforest, and hopefully we get a good food producer. That'd be great if we did. Just so we can kind of like go for both science and food for that. Yeah, we need to have a little bit more biodiversity as well. Let's go ahead and we'll get an expansion, because I'd be really interested in expanding out the sea here. Just to make the sea, just so we can get some more coral stuff down. And as for drafts, where are we going with this? Well, we said we're going to go rainforest, so I think we go rainforest, see what we can get with you. Hopefully we get some guarana. I would love, I mean, tapir is actually really good for, not only for the food, for every plant, which we have a lot of, but Kentucky coffee tree. You know I love a Kentucky coffee tree. I can't stop myself. It's just going to keep happening. Jade is really cool, because this is a level 2 slot. And that rambutan is the level 3 though. However, I think we just leveled that up and we just put that down. Yeah, I think we do. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and we'll grab our plant person as well, because we're going to want to put down that jade again. We'll have the level up stuff for this as well. We've got an animal booster there. So let's pop the jade down there. I mean, it's really annoying because I would love to put down this tapir here. I mean, having that down there, but we really need to have that rambutan there, is the only thing. Because it then scales. It would be lovely to use that animal booster. But yeah, that rambutan is the most important thing. Because that jade is really what's gonna pop off here. There you go. So yeah, that guardian fruit doing pretty well. Huge amount of wealth coming out of you. So much so, I wonder if we could have used a scarab there. That'd be nice, but never mind. Romantic mansion is probably our best bet. Just having things with base yields is pretty good. Some extra bit of mystery there as well. Let's go ahead and we'll expand out this rainforest to here. I don't know if we'll actually get a tapir out. I kind of hope we do. Because we could go parakeet. We don't really have anything for that. Harpies. You know, for having so many, for having the harpy from the beginning, we didn't really get that lucky with birds, to be honest. Like the tiger could have maybe been a wee bit better for that. What we should do is we should 100% before we forget turn this into taiga so we have a continuous biome rather than having this random biome with nothing in it. There's a bit of sage. Hunter's actually plundered a whole bunch of population from the miner. He's not going to be too chuffed about that. At least I wouldn't be. So yeah, we got to think about how we're going to do this. Now, part of me does think we don't really need you to have that anymore. We could just level this up here. Re-put down the jungle fowl. Because the jungle fowl is always nice to have. Hoping for an animal slot there. But we can pop that down and we can put Kentucky Coffee Tree down. Like so. Because that's a good boost on top of the critter in that. There we go. And also it's food from plants, so that helps out with biosphere, which is also great. For Minor Town, you're not going to give us a draft, so I'm not too worried about you. As for you... Luxury shop or ring. See, this is where I'd really love to have another draft so we could actually just see what we're going to do with the final bit of this desert. So do we do bustling metropolis instead? We can get the jam maker, which would be great. Cafe is also good. We do have access to this larger ocean now as well, so maybe we extend that out a wee bit as well. Yeah, it's just trying to work out which one's the easiest draft to get to, because it's like you will give us better gold for your gem, but we know we have access to the really good gems, so I think we go ringsmith. They'll hopefully give us the wealth to give us the draft. We can go ahead and grab a mountain, which we will put down here, because we're going to be wanting to use that for the diamond. We can use an upgrade slot here. An upgrade so that we have 3 level 3 slots. Now, you want to be next to gems and predators, of which we have none. No slots anyway. Nor do we particularly want any more predators, because that makes the kookaburra very unhappy. Unless we get rid of the sandcat, which is the other option we have. Because neither of them are giving mystery. It's like, it's alright, but they're not great. I suppose the rattlesnake's the better out of the two of them. Yeah, gem and predator. We'd have to get another gem is the only thing. Or we just get rid of both of them. We just put down 2 turquoise. Let's get double princely stone. That'd be interesting to see if it actually triggers off itself. You're also a bit happier now because you've got your stuff down. There we go. Go for another turquoise. And you are solitary as well. Yeah, there you go. So princely stone does trigger off itself. So that's a lot of stuff for you. You need a little bit more unique biotica is the only thing. That's okay though. We can get around to that. And just pop down like a Jerboa somewhere. Yeah, just pop it down there. That at least will get you your unique stuff and give us our draft, which will be great. Which we might just put into the ocean. We need to go ahead and get another reef here. Of some kind. I don't know what is here. Potentially that clownfish, actually, yeah. And then that is at least you much, much happier. We had to make sure we get the Jerboa down, right? In order to do you. Yeah, Country Club Jam Maker is really good. Cafe is also really good. Yeah, capital colour is done. We've got one slot to put down in the forest, which we could do. I think we go with the draft of the ocean though. What's that? White plumed anemone. That is a coral. So we will grab you. So let's go ahead and say pop down the red algae. Because that is a reef. So we can do that. White plumed algae. That's giving you decent stuff for the magnificent coral beds. And a pretty big boost from that. Yes, you're doing really well. We can then go ahead and put down the additional 40% on you for the micros. Because yeah, all the corals are getting a whole big boost from the open brain coral. You're getting a big thing from that, which is great. Yeah, it's looking good. So that stack on coral's really doing the work. Yeah, I don't know if we want to do cafe or other one. I mean, you know what? Let's spend that money. I'm going to get the draft for the forest just to see what we get. Chinese jubilee, orange tree it is. There we go. Do we have the biodiversity for it is the question. No, not even in the slightest. But that's okay, because we can come over here and get the guar. Because the guar is really nice as well. Do we potentially... I was going to say, do we potentially upgrade this, or do we upgrade this bit here? Because obviously the apple tree is nice, but we don't need it. That pear tree is really good. Because it was... oh yeah, there we go. There we go. So now we go... pear tree here. Let's go ahead and get the guar down. Because they do love the stuff there. Yep, there we go. So we need at least 4 distinct plants, which we are not getting at the moment. Because we just don't quite have them. If I was to put down, say, like a blueberry here, just for the time being, I don't think I'll quite get us what we need. Nah, not even close. Do we go for another grapevine? No, but it does give us the guar, so that does give us the or the extra bit there. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pick the jam maker, because the jam maker is going to be much better with the orange tree for when we get it down. And then at least means that we can kind of get our stuff down here. Just don't have enough drafts is our issue. As for you, Zen Garden, Steak Restaurant could potentially be a better one for you. Need another draft for you as well. Minor Town. We have got our tin. We have got our sunstone, which is down already. You just need more minerals. Need more of everything, really, is your issue. So I don't know if we're really going to be able to do that for you. Huntress City, again, also needs a whole bunch of stuff. Like, you're absolutely fine for food. What you need is gold. Which you need a safari guidepost for. Which we do not have. Annoying, 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 annoying. Unless, are there any predators we can kind of get? You're a predator. You're not. Don't really just don't have enough drafts. All these cities, and we just don't quite have enough to get them over the edge. Because in reality, what I'd really like to do is I'd like to push this ocean out one more, so we just have a little bit more stuff to do over here. Now, alternatively, I could always just grab this. That is an option. So, yeah, we'll do that. We can just expand out these 2 bits here, so they're not quite as bunched up. A little bit of a waste, but, you know, needs must. So yeah, we can go ahead and we can expand out the forest here, a couple more tiles. We're actually kind of running out of Eon as well. Kind of hoping this bustling metropolis would do a little bit better in terms of the sage, but there we are. I mean, we've nearly at least completed Solarpunk, so I'm not feeling too bad about that, but I feel like it's been a bit scatterbrained this episode, unfortunately. But we will do what we can. Let's go ahead and we can get ourselves... You want to be next to her before, there you go. So you can get that, and then at least that'll get you a little bit of a boost. There we go, we just need a little bit more. Probably just put down the ash just to give us the biodiversity that we need. And then go ahead and pop down this orange tree now that we've got it. So, boom, there we go. Lovely little jubbly marquee of the fruit. There you go. Giving us a whole bunch of extra fruit. Indeed it does. Indeed it does. And then that gives us the high score that we need. As we get all of the food in the world, thanks to the fact that we actually went ahead and got a jam maker as well. Now, we don't have any money. We do have a draft. Which, I mean, I guess we could put in the desert, but the desert we more just need stuff to do. So let's spend our Eon on, or spend our food on getting more Eon. I'd really like to get a creek in here, but we can't at the moment. What I will do is I'll get another micro thing, so we can put down the phosphorus asparagus, so we can put that down on the orange tree. Just give it another 40%. Lovely. So it's producing 2,000 food, which means that we're also getting a whole bunch from the jam maker. I mean, look how much food we're getting. It's crazy. Romantic built a temple in honor of the swamp giant. That's pretty nice. Good for us. Yeah, we've got a draft. Draft up Savannah. Hope we get a nice... We don't have a reroll. This is kind of like the not what we wanted. Sapphire? And pink diamond. I mean, maybe this is what we need. Just to get us over the edge. I was kind of hoping for some animals, but we didn't get it. Having the undergrowth one would also have been good, because we do have quite a bit of undergrowth, but never mind. I guess we go steak restaurant for you, because that's probably the best thing you're going to get. It's a little bit of extra food, can't really complain. We do need to have... So if we grab this Impala... How are we going to do this with our minerals here? I think we maybe just go and upgrade just the slot next to here. Because we haven't even managed to get the red oak triggering yet. But that's alright. Yeah, so we get the Impala over here, then that means we've at least got enough stuff in the borders. Well, you will have to come out for that. I think we go pink diamond here, and then we go sapphire here, and then that's going to be a huge amount of cash injection for you. There we go. So that should be your money sorted out. That is a lot of money coming off that sapphire. Holy! Especially because it's on the mineral booster as well. Yeah. Oh, damn. That is a lot of money. That's good. That's exactly what we want. So that should help you out a wee bit. We will buy some expansions as well. So let's go ahead and get you expanding out over this way. Just so you can grab the 2 animals that you need. In fact, you just need that one animal, the African wild dog. Look at that. Wow. That is quite the wealth that you've got. Good on you. Over here, we will go ahead and we'll use one of our upgrades. Do it here on the gate. Yeah, we have to, because we have to get the Kentucky coffee tree down, unfortunately. That will, we can just, like, you know, use that again. Another draft for us, which we will use in the taiga. Larynx gypsum is probably the one that we're going to go for. Yeah. Yeah, gypsum's the one that we're going to get. Could be worse, could be better. Let's go ahead and we'll get 2 upgrade slots, which might seem a bit wasteful, but there's a method to the madness, trust me. Yeah, we just can't get the biodiversity for you to get your diamond. We need to put down quite a bit more. Nice, we would put down like a sagebrush somewhere where it's like we'd save a little bit of Eon. Which we could pop that there. Let me just see if there's a method to the madness. We pop that down there. How much do we need? We need 1 more. That is annoying. Anything else that could get us some easy stuff here? No. But you just want to be next to an animal of some description. If we just pop down a sandcat, it would annoy you. Or bearded dragon annoys them, but then lets us put down another mineral there. Just thinking in terms of like, this is going to be the easiest thing to get some more points. Just that diamond is going to be huge. I mean, to be fair though, we don't actually have that many gems, unfortunately, in this whole biome. Yeah, we got a decent amount of gems, don't get me wrong, but it's certainly not like what I've seen in some of the deserts. Some of the deserts can be pretty crazy. But yeah, it's like the miner doesn't even have his level 3 stuff yet, and we're kind of very much in the end game. Well, now means we can just focus literally everything on that, because we can put down this diamond on here. We've still got some technology. There we go, the romantics. I actually got a whole bunch of stuff from that. Oh, and because it's connected to the Rambutan's actually getting some more stuff from the diamond, even though it's not actually connected to them directly, so that's very good. That's going to be a huge amount of money boosting for you. And also means your ringsmith is very, very much happy with how things are going. So that's a nice big boost to prosperity there. I'm quite happy with that decision in the end. Don't think that was bad in any way, shape or form. Right, back over here. We need... so we can use the last of that to get a little bit more Eon. We could also just use the science to get some more Eon and then hold it to see if we can get another micro. I did want to actually go over here to where our orange tree was, because I want to put... I can't put a creek down, can I? I can only put invasive patches down. So we're going to have to make... so instead we're just going to put mountains down inside the taiga just to improve the ruggedness of it. That'll be a big help. If only we could put down a creek. So it's one of the reasons why I think the forest giants actually were probably one of the better giants. I think if you're doing anything with plants, it's just so good. Alright, let's go ahead and we can put down this gate. It's going to make a decent amount of money. I was going to say it's going to make a lot of money, but that's not quite true. It's going to make a decent amount of money though. Kentucky coffee tree down here. Hopefully that'll get them over the wealth thingy. Probably not though, unfortunately. That's a good bit of science though. That's a good bit of science. Yeah, the gate's doing alright. Huge Kentucky coffee tree is down. We just need a wee bit more wealth, which we're not going to get there. Let's go ahead. So we'll go ahead and we'll pop down this first mountain here. How can we get you some money? We have got a skunk. I don't think it's going to be enough though. We don't really have the Eon to be messing about. Gypsum doesn't give it what we need. You like being next to slots of plants and animals. Is that the way to do it? We go skunk there. Skunk there and then another plant. It's not level 2 slot either, no. So... we just try and get as much lost as we can. I mean, that has got the lost. Feels a little bit wasteful. This is the end of it. But that at least has managed to get us over the edge. Haven't got anything for any more Eon, so it's going to have to be completely down to micros. That's okay. A little bit of a shame that we never really got this taiga properly working, but it could be worse. Now, as for this, you do have decent amount of stuff there. However, that power plant does give you a double of both. So that's probably going to be like 3 science levels up, 4 gold, thereabouts. So I think we actually go for that. Go for the power plant. Don't have any energy, unfortunately. If we thought about it and got like the potash down, then... oh no, potash doesn't even count as energy. What am I talking about? But yeah, that's a good bit of money there that you've got from that. Still not going to be enough unless... not quite. Not quite. Doesn't look like it. Right, we still have these micros that we can pop down. So... I think we go ahead and say on this copper... put that down on that, because out of all the military stuff, that should still give you a little bit of stuff there from that weaponsmith. So the miner is inventing something, which is good. What else do we need? We just need... now, do we go ahead and... no, we don't have enough for that just now. Is there anything that makes jade walking stick plus 20% for each adjacent plant? So that's 60% for you. Would that then give us enough money to purchase one more bit of Eon? It might do. It might just be enough. We can see. The only thing is, it's like we don't have anything to put down in this tundra. And we don't have another thing here for like a terraform charge for like an anomaly. So yeah, that has improved you a wee bit. You're still not on par with a diamond, unfortunately, but I mean, hey, anything's better than nothing. I mean, maybe actually just having a flat 20. In fact, it wouldn't have been a flat 20. It would have been 40% for the diamond. Could have been a wee bit better, but then again, you've already got more gold than the romantic, who has leveled up a little bit, but not quite enough. Now we need 45. We need one more bit. Anybody fancied like doing like a little bit of summon? Anybody fancy doing like a wee bit of summon? You know what? You come over here and see if that's going to be enough for you. I doubt it, but it would be nice. Yeah, I don't think anybody's here. Anybody want to do some trade or anything like that? Let's actually just speed up, see if we can just go around. Anybody doing any trade? Anything at all? Miner's nearly there. He wants it. You have got a whole bunch more food. No more trade. Nah, I think we've just... if we'd gotten a little bit more money, then we would have just been able to get over the edge and get one more bit of Eon down. Maybe got that gypsum down. That maybe could have got you Metropolis of Industry. That would have actually... If we'd gotten one more bit of wealth on you... Yeah, maybe putting that down on the sunstone there, and you would have gotten that wealth, and that would have been it. Nothing else we can do? Nah, nothing else we can do. It's time we conclude the planet. Oh well, a little bit of a shame there at the end, but you know what? We can still be quite happy with how well we've done. Because nature and humanity live in harmony, and isn't that at the end of the day, isn't that all we want? Lovely stuff. So, with that, another True Titanic weekly challenge done. At least we've got 3 stars in all the errors, which we can never be unhappy about, using the painter as our leader. Final score, hopefully not too bad. We did manage to use 2 of our Horizon drafts, at least that. Yeah, just shy of 900. I think if we just got that last push, you know, if we'd gotten that 25, we would have gotten that extra play, would have given us all the minerals we need, would have given us all the technology that we would have needed. I think we would have just clinched it out, and that would have been fantastic, but we couldn't quite make there. That's just the way the game goes sometimes. I mean, yeah, we didn't really use this this guy here, the Harpy. Just didn't really have the birds. I guess we could have had the toucan, but yeah, decent. Anyway, I'm quite happy with how that went. At least we managed to get around about 900. Anything close to 1,000 is always a positive in my mind, so can't be too upset. But yeah, with that, that's another Reus 2 True Titanic weekly challenge done, and hopefully you're enjoying it. But yeah, just want to say a big thank you to everybody for watching, big thank you for all the people who've been enjoying the videos on the channel, and a big thank you to all the members of the Burger Band for supporting the channel as well. Do deeply appreciate all of you. But just want to say, until next time, take care.